South Carolina rains threes in 66-57 win over Georgia, Columbia, SC App. In the midst of a 5-game losing streak, South Carolina coach Frank Martin told his point guards that nothing was going to change unless they started playing better. 3 games later, Martin is praising his ball handlers, especially after the Gamecocks hit 13 three-pointers to beat Georgia 66-57 on Wednesday night. Wesley Myers led South Carolina, 15-13, 6-9 Southeastern Conference, with 15 points, all on threes, and starting point guard Hassani Gravett had 8 points and 5 assists. "When your point guards play better, your team plays better," said Martin, whose Gamecocks have won 2 of 3 since he challenged his point men. The Gamecocks ended the first half on a 13-3 run to take a 15-point lead at the break. Georgia, 5-12, 6-9, scored on 6 straight possessions early in the second half, but then suddenly went sloppy and cold. The Bulldogs committed 3 offensive fouls and turned the ball over twice after cutting the deficit to 47-40. Georgia also made just 3 of its next 14 shots, but trailed just 58-50 because South Carolina was shooting poorly. The Gamecocks shot just 8 of 33 in the second half, but 5 of their made shots were threes. The Gamecocks also played their cleanest game of the season with just 5 turnovers. Georgia turned the ball over 17 times. When you dig that kind of hole, you have to play almost perfect to get out of it. And we didn't do it, Bulldogs coach Mark Fox said. Chris Silva also scored 15 points for South Carolina despite playing just 19 minutes with foul trouble. William Jackson too led Georgia with 14 points. Yantman added 13 points and 10 rebounds. The Gamecocks shot 31%, 21 of 68, from the field. They beat Georgia 64-57 on January 13, shooting just 27%. Big picture: Georgia, 2 wins in a row had the Bulldogs looking like they could crawl back on the NCAA tournament bubble. But a bad loss and a season sweep now by South Carolina has Georgia a lot closer to playing on the opening day of the SEC tournament than in the NCAA's. The Bulldogs are now tied for 10th in the SEC with South Carolina and Texas A&M. South Carolina, it's a long shot, but the Gamecocks might be able to sneak back in the NCAA tournament a year after making it to the Final Four last season. South Carolina finishes the season at Mississippi State, at home with LSU and at Auburn. Win 2 of those and make a run in the SEC tournament could pull South Carolina into the NCAA's on the back of one of the deepest leagues in history. Strange game: South Carolina made more 3-pointers, 13, than free throws, 11, or 2-point baskets, 8. The Gamecocks got just 25 points from their starters and 41 points off the bench. But Martin said he is fine with whatever happened because of one thing. It's late February. You get a home win against a conference opponent, you take it and you run with it, Martin said. On CW hopes Fox stuck to what he said earlier in the season that he thought 9-9 in the SEC should be good enough to get his team an at-large NCAA bid. Now the Bulldogs will have to win their last 3 to get there. But Fox also pointed out that the selection committee keeps shifting criteria. Georgia finished 12-6 and tied for second in the SEC in 2014 and got left out for reasons the coach said he never understood. Our hope will be we can get to 9-9 and have that opportunity, Fox said. But we've got to worry about just winning the next game right now. Up next: Georgia, the Bulldogs host LSU on Saturday. South Carolina, the Gamecocks are at Mississippi State. For more app college basketball coverage, http://collegebasketball.app.org and http://twitter.com/app_top25_. Follow Jeffrey Collins on Twitter and see his work on appnews.com.